Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm excited that you're on tonight. Hi. So come on in, do say hi. For those of you that are new on the chat, I'd like to be as interactive as possible. For all of those of you that are coming in new, my name is Candace Spears. I am the host here in this community. I am a coach to corporate women who are looking to make their leap into full-time. I am a real estate investor, got a project in the works. What else am I? A mom, board member, a bunch of other stuff that I'm not even gonna bother to bore you with. But one of the things that I absolutely love and enjoy is helping women take ownership of their time, their talent, and their identity. I'm walking away from corporate America. So what I do, and ooh, Erica, you are new. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here and glad that you can make it on. I'm glad that you're here, and all those of you who are new, don't forget when you come into the chat, please do say hello so that I can interact with you throughout the entire. Now, I'm usually only on for about 15 to 20 minutes. Every month, we've got a theme. This month's theme is all about investing in you, what I call my 4 commandments of investing in you. And so tonight, we're on the 4th commandment. So the very last commandment in this series. And that one is all about investing in people. And as I put it, an investment in people is almost always a worthwhile return. So it's very important for me to just qualify that a little bit. India, hello and welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live. Delilah, welcome. Chris, welcome. So excited that you guys are on tonight. So let's go ahead and get into the content because I'm already not on here long. As we talk about this topic, we're going to play a fun little game here in a second. And I love games, and I think this would be a good one to help illustrate the point. First thing, just go ahead and drop a yes in the chat if you've made some type of investment in people. I want you to think about that most broad sense. Don't necessarily think about it as, ooh, something related to my business. I just want you to think about an investment in people. So maybe it was a child, maybe it was a coworker, maybe it was a parent, something like that. Yes, if you have made an investment in people in the broadest sense, and then of an investment in a person that just sticks out for you. Okay? So let me just jump over here to the chat. I see, yep, Delilah has, then go ahead and just drop what's been that relationship. Again, maybe it's investment in your child, or investment in a mom, whatever, some type of investment, a coworker. Got it. And we're gonna have a little bit of fun with coworkers in this game here in just a second. All right, Sean, yes, my brother Emmanuel. Okay, so the point here is I want you to just set your mind up for a second and just realize, if you haven't been thinking about it already, when it comes to people, sometimes very conscious in people, sometimes unconsciously, we make investments in people. Like we wouldn't necessarily classify it as an investment, but the fact that we are giving our time and our energy, whether we recognize it or not, is an investment in people in some sort. And so what we're going to look at before we jump off this live here, and we're at, I know it's a little late, sorry guys. So in about 10 minutes, as we play this game over the next 10 minutes, my goal for you is that you walk away and give serious thought to the people that you invest in. And when you're making those investments, are they moving your freedom journey forward? Okay, is everybody with me? And I see lots of children. Yep, I see you, Delilah. Okay, I love it. All right, so is everybody with me and ready to play the game? If you are ready to play the game, just drop ready in the chat, and then we'll get ready to play this. So I'm calling this game, I'm calling it Worth It or Not. Worth It or Not. The title of this particular theme is all about an investment in people being almost a worthwhile return, that almost qualifier. Okay, got it. Lots of readies. All right, so let's go with it. This game works is I'm going to make a statement and then you drop in the chat either worth it or not, okay, for each statement that I make. And I'm gonna try to work through the delay here. All right, first statement, investing time chatting with a friend a couple of hours a day when you haven't yet touched your freedom work in building your business. Worth it or not? I'll repeat that one. Spending time chatting with a friend a couple of hours a day, think about it as every day, when you haven't touched your freedom work in building your business. Worth it or not? Drop that in the chat. Worth it or not? Okay? So let's go on to the next one. Now the next one, let me scroll down here again because I don't want to lose here. All right, so the next one is listening and emotionally joining in the fight with the coworker at work who just had another "I'm so sick of this place" moment that you can relate to. So you investing your time listening and emotionally joining in the party, worth it or not? Okay, worth it or not? And I see a lot of one. I've got a bit of a delay here. So I see a lot of nots from the first one. Okay, I got a little worth it. Okay, from Sean. Absolutely, there's a perspective there. So maybe for you, that's, oh, I need to be there for my, or whatever it is, personal perspective. Got it. All right, so I'm going to repeat the one that I just said. And that one is investing time, listening, and emotionally the fight. Pay attention to my words. Listening and emotionally joining in the fight with the coworker at work who just had another place moment. So you investing your time and energy in that, worth it or not? Okay. All right. So let's move on to the next one. And spending 30 minutes with a person that could be a business partner and you seeing what you can do to support their success. Worth it or not? So again, grabbing 30 minutes, grabbing coffee, potential business partner, you're sitting down, success, invest time with that person. Worth it or not? Okay. And Erica, I do see your I see your answer in the chat. I have done both, but as I reflect, my answer is not. Actually, it could be worth it if you could help them. Fair point. One of the things that you all want to think about, and if you happen to be one of those people who feels like emotionally connected to other people, or I really have a heart to help, which is a fantastic thing. But one of the things that you have to realize, especially as you start going on a journey that says, oh, I'm going to be my own boss, run my own thing, employ others. When you talk about helping others, that doesn't always involve you engulfing your time, right? Because it's your time that you end up leveraging to build your business, to help others get out of the situation that they find themselves in. You can't necessarily do that when you are in that place of all my time and attention goes a particular way, if that makes sense. Something to think about. All right, so just a couple more here. The next one, okay. Getting guidance and instruction from someone who's been where you want to go to shortcut your time to get there. I didn't spell this well. So worth it or not? So spending your time getting guidance, soaking up something, a course, a coaching, or whatever, from someone who's been there where you want to go in order to shortcut your time to get there. Worth it or not? Drop that in the chat. Worth it or not? And then this last one. Love this last one. And to all my ladies who happen to be mamas, okay, I am a mama to 3 kiddos, all girls. If you happen to be a mom, you probably will like this one. You probably will roll your eyes a little bit, but you'll probably smile too, okay? So let's talk about that one. And I see you, India, Chris, worth it, Erica, worth it. Yep, got it. All right, so let's talk about this last one. The last one is allowing your child to watch you work on this business and empire you're creating. All the questions that she or he wants to, even though it may be driving you nuts. Is that in that question asking and having them along the side and watching and being able to see you? Is that time that you would say is worth it or not? And I happen to love that one because when I wrote that down, again, here was the rolling to get something done. So that's not a helpful situation. But when we think about our investments in people, like some of you earlier talked about your investments in your children. When you're talking about chasing this freedom journey, a lot of you have legacy in mind, right? That's part of the title in this group, right? Escape corporate, snatch freedom, and build legacy. And some of that requires that investment in people such as our kiddos. All right, I'm knocking things down over here at my computer, so I hope you guys can still See me and hear me here, as I don't know what I just did. Okay. All right. Got it. Worth it, worth it, worth it. All right. So that essentially is all that I have for you all today. And here's just a little bit of homework or something for you to think about. You think about the last 24 to 48 hours. And just think about the investments that you have made in people. Just ask yourself, worth it or not? And when you think about worth it or not, you have to think about it in the context of where you're trying to go. All right? Freedom. You want to be your own. You want to be a full-time entrepreneur on your own, have full control of your time, your talent, your identity. These are the questions that you ask yourself as you continue to go and grow on your journey. So that's all I have for you all today. Now, one thing that I will say, coming up here very soon, I have a very exciting announcement. So one of the things that we're working on, we've got a big announcement. There's a lot of things that are happening inside of the Finding Freedom Accelerator. And there's a new sort of secret thing that I'm about to release, training, that's going to be. And so I haven't exactly put out the date, but it's going to be here very soon. So just drop in the chat. It's going to be an invitation only thing, full transparency. But just drop in the chat if you think you might be interested in just hearing this thing is that may be coming. So drop a me in the chat if you might be interested in hearing about whatever this thing is that's coming. I'll probably announce it. I'm probably a couple weeks out from announcing it. All right? So if you are, drop a me in the chat if you are interested in hearing about it so that we know when the announcement is made, in case you aren't on the live, that we sort of make sure that you are aware. All right. So that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening, rest of your week. Enjoy this Memorial Day, Labor Day, Memorial Day? I think it's Memorial Day. Enjoy this Memorial Day holiday, and I'll talk to you all soon.